so much for such a kind words and introducing me here. Thank you so much for inviting me again. Okay, so let's connect everybody. Good morning, Vikas. Good morning, everybody. So we are back again with the WordPress website development workshop. So we had discussed in the last session what exactly is a website. Website is a collection of web pages filled with information. Website can be developed for any company, every company. A baker can have his website. A blogger can have his website. A MNC company can have a website. Okay. Now we had discussed in the last session that website can be developed in HTML5, CSS, scripting languages. But if I don't know coding, what do I do? Then I go to something called as content management system. There are multiple content management systems like WordPress, Wix, Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, and so on and so forth. But the most popular one is WordPress. Now, we also had studied in the last session that WordPress is of two types, WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Okay. Now, WordPress.com, I have already shown to you guys how to go about it. If you want to just start your own blog, how to start an account on WordPress, how to book a domain on WordPress.com. And you can take the small blogger package if you want to start your work. But if you see the calculation for a business or a startup, if you want to use WordPress.com, it will be a little expensive compared to WordPress.org. Hence, today the whole session is dedicated to WordPress.org, how to use the application which is freely available to set up your website. And for that, I will start from the scratch today. And my agenda is very simple. I will just teach you fundamental 10 things, and with this fundamental 10 things, you will be able to start your website for sure. Okay, so everybody ready? If you're ready, please hit yes in the chat box. Please hit yes if you're ready for the first fundamental 10 aspects of website. All right, brilliant. So let me share my screen with you. And of course, if you have any simple, small, silly, whatever kind of questions, no problem. Please send us in the chat box, and I will try to answer as many questions as possible for WordPress. So today's WordPress agenda is very simple. What I'm going to show you. If you want to start a website, these are the first 10 things you got to do. So I'm going to list down the 10 things that you got to start, with your website. So number one, book a domain name. Okay, book a domain name. So you get a domain name for yourself. Number two, get a website hosting space. Hosting space is nothing but a place where you can store your website. Number three, plan your website. Okay. Then number four, create all the pages. I'll teach you how to do that. Okay. Number five, if you're starting a blog, or if your website plan has a blog, then how to create a blog section and add posts to it. That's what I'm going to teach you. Next, I'm going to teach you how to change themes. Okay, which in the last session we discussed. Themes are something which give the look and feel, the layout of your website. Correct? That is themes. So I will teach you how to change the themes, which is required for every website. Then I'll teach you what are plugins. Okay, so plugins are the small functional addition that you can do to your website. Plugins also help you to increase your look and feel of the website by adding these small design functional aspect to your website. So I'll teach you, quite a few plugins today. Let us see how, as and how the time permits. Then, of course, when you're setting up website, okay, the one thing that you would need is to help your digital marketing team completely. So I'll teach you how to work with the SEO team. What are the plugins that you have to use to work with the SEO team? Then tracking is the most important aspect in the world of digital marketing. So how to add tracking codes to the website, that also I will learn. And 10th thing is one more trick I will teach you if you stay till the last moment, how to analyze how people are reacting to your website. Okay, or we can say, how can you record people's reaction, okay, to on your website. So this is very, very important, right? If you know how people are behaving on your website, then obviously it will be super, super simple for you to actually develop and optimize your website further. Do you all agree with me? So now I'll teach you that last trick, which is the most important trick. So you will have to wait till the end. Okay. So ready for the Power Pack session? So let me start with the first point. Domain name. Domain name is a crucial part of any and every business. So I'm going to start a magazine site of myself. So the domain name is already booked, which is called the top10.com. And people usually have a question: can I book a domain on some other company's domain service provider? And can I set up the hosting space on some other company? Yes, you can completely do that. Example: Top 10 is a domain which I've booked on GoDaddy, and the hosting space I've taken from somebody else. Since it was an experimental product of mine, I wanted to have a little, not so expensive hosting space. So I had a very, what do you call, very simple and what do you call, least cost hosting space, which hardly charges me around uh, like 9900 bucks per month or less. So I have that. So I have put a hosting space. I've already taken a domain name. I'll show you that. Let me go to, this is my GoDaddy. I've already bought the domain name. Okay, so you see this is my domain name already bought. Then you need to go to your cPanel to set up your website. So I'll show you that as well. Excuse me, on and off, I have a little cold. Okay, so you remember last time I told you मैं आपको बताऊंगी how do I create a WordPress setup. So I'll just show you that, because our first point is domain name, second point is hosting space. So when I say hosting space, you also need to set up the domain. So here I am, I'm going back here. So this is my cPanel. cPanel is a way to access your hosting space. cPanel is an interface with which you access your hosting space. So once you buy a domain name, you also get a host. You have also have to buy a hosting space. And to do any kind of setup on the hosting space, you need to go to the cPanel. So GoDaddy provides you with cPanel. Some other companies might have Plesk as the interface. And don't worry, you are like, ma'am, you are will be like showing the demonstration on cPanel. What do I do if I have a hosting space for some other company? Don't you worry. All these companies give you a complete step-by-step instruction of how to set up. Sorry, of how to set up a WordPress site. So it is very, very simple. I'll give you one demo, but I'm sure that your whatever website, service provider you're working with, they will guide you for sure. And of course, if nothing, then Board Infinity team is there. You just mail us, contact us on our Instagram, contact us on any of our social media handle, and we will also help you. Don't worry about it. So coming back over here, so this is my cPanel. Now I need to go and find something called as Installaron or Softiculous. So I'm just going to first find Softiculous. kahan gaya? If Softiculous is not there, just go to Installaron application installer. So I'm going to Installaron. So this is my Installaron, and here already I have hosted couple of websites. Now let me try one more. Okay, so I have to first go to application browser in the extreme right. Click on the application browser. Okay, in the application browser, you will have to scroll down and search for WordPress. Okay, search for WordPress. Is everybody able to see this? The option which I'm showing? Please communicate with me in the chat so I know that yes, it is there. Now, and one of our student is asking, ma'am, what if we select domain name and if it is already used with someone, we don't know about it? Not, it will never happen like that, Radhika. Whenever you're buying a domain name, if it is used by somebody else, then the hosting provider will tell you immediately. It will tell you immediately that this is used by somebody else. And if you, there are also, see, I'll tell you one more business out there. There are many people who buy the domain names the way we buy the real estate. Sometimes we buy the real estate just for the sake of investment, and when the market rate will grow, you will sell it off. It's a kind of a trade. People do that with domain names also. So what they do is they just wait and wait and wait and watch that they buy certain domain names, and when people want to buy those domain names, they sell it for lakhs and whatever, multiples of lakhs of rupees. That's how they do. Okay. In fact, if you see, facebook.com bought fb.com from somebody. So it is like that. It's a business out there. Domain name purchase and selling. Anyways, that's a different topic. So I hope, Radhika, your doubt is solved. It will never ever happen that kisi ka hai already and you will not know about it. When you are searching for the domain name for the first time, that whether this is available, it will tell you about it, whether it is available or not available. And if it is not available, then whom can you purchase it from if it is available for selling. Okay, so don't you worry about that. So now coming back to our installing of WordPress, you have to find this WordPress logo. See, there are so many other options, but we are not working on any other CMS right now. I just want to work on WordPress. So I'm clicking on WordPress. This is how WordPress looks like. Okay, and then I will click on install this application. Very simple it is. Go to cPanel, find your installer on, go to application browser, find WordPress and come here. There it is saying for which website do you want to install this particular WordPress backend. So let me go here in the domain name. I'm so sorry, one second. Let's say I want to install this for the top10.com. Okay. Now, obviously, this is a subdomain. Why this is called subdomain? Because the main domain is gdigitaltree.com and the subdomain is the top 10. You can also have subdomains of your main domain. Okay, that's very much possible. So right now, I'm just selecting this. But when you're working for the real deal company, you got to select the main domain. You got to select the main domain. And it is wise enough. You buy your SSL certificate when you are planning to develop your website for a real business, because SSL certificate has a very good impact on your SEO ranking. So SSL certificate is a must. Okay. Now there are multiple places where you can buy SSL certificate. Be careful. There are also certain companies which will give you SSL for free. Test it. Be careful. Prototype it, and then only go for free SSL. I usually buy paid SSL certificates. Okay. So I have my domain name. Of course, you have to select a real domain name. I'm just selecting the dummy domain name. You can create a directory. If you don't want to create a directory, remove it. It's fine. Version, don't, you can touch it, you don't touch it, it's okay. Just like keep it that way. Scroll down, change your email address to something of your email address so that people can contact you when need be. Okay. Then put the password that you want to log in. Okay, sorry, this is the admin username. Just 1 minute. I've always put admin. I don't want any confusion. So I always put admin as a username. And then you can put your password over here. Hold on, let me put a simple password. Okay, put your password over there. This username and this password. Please make a note of this in your book somewhere, because this is the one that you will use again and again and again to develop your website. You don't have to come to cPanel again. एक बार WordPress website setup हो गया, you don't have to come to cPanel whatsoever. So just you remember this username and password so that you can use it when you're developing your website to log in your WordPress backend. ठीक है, just make a note, username and password लिख के रखना है. And don't worry if you have forgotten your password or something, if that's a trouble, you can always come to cPanel and click on show password here and you will see your password. The administrator email, I'm going to put my own email over here. Okay. Then you can give the blog website title right here or you can give it later. It's up to you. So I'm right now not going to give it. I'm keeping it my blog. Okay. If you want to change it, you can change it. There's no trouble. Title and tagline, both of that you can change. Once all of this is done, just click on install. Okay, just click on install. Now, once you click on install, it's asking me if you wish to install in this directory, click OK button, because already this we have tried before. So I'm just clicking OK. It's just going to work on it again. Okay, fair enough. I'll just write a blog. You don't have to write that for the main domains. It's okay. So you have to install. It'll get installed. Then I'll show you what happens once it is installed. So I'm not going to install it again. Okay. So you have to install. Once you install, when you go to your My Applications, okay, you will see this, the domain name, the backend, okay, and the support. So all you got to do is go to the backend like this. So I hope you're understanding. एक बार install करने रख दिया तो वो install होते रहेगा. Somewhere it will be installing right now. One second, I'll show you where it is installing. See, right now it is getting installed. No, not this one. Wait. So I've just quit it, so it's not installing. Anyways, once it is installed, you will get something like this. So this is your, what do you call, backend. So you need to copy this and keep. In fact, when you're going to give this to your team, just copy all of this thing and give it to them. Copy this like this and mail it to them. That this is the backend that you got to work on, like that. So obviously what they got to do is they have got to go to this, copy it like this, and go and click like this. That's the dashboard. That is for the previous one. I'll just show you for the new one. So this is, whenever you say WP admin, this is for developing the website. Never ever share your domain name / WP admin with your customers. That is for backend. That is not for the front end. For front end, just share whatever is this. Okay, are you getting this? So let me show you what is my front end and my back end of the website that I'm going to develop today. The front end is this, the top10er.com. Don't worry, I'm just playing around with the domain names. Certain things I've bought, certain things I've not bought. So I was just showing you how to install the WordPress application. Once you install, you should get the main domain name that will distribute the public. So example, this, the top10er.com is the main domain name that I'm going to distribute to the public. Are you getting this? This is the one which we are going to distribute to the public. And what I'm going to use for the backend will be like this. Main domain name, WP-ADIMN, WP admin. All WordPress backends usually have WP admin only. Okay. So once you have the backend dashboard opens, you have to add the username and password. I have already added my username and password, hence it is coming over here. If you had not added your username and password, it would give you a screen something like this. Let me log out and show you. You would get a website screen like this as soon as you type the top10er.com/WP admin. I hope everybody is clear how to set up the WordPress website. Is everybody clear? And then you got to type the username and password, which I asked you to make a note of. Once you log in with the username and password, you will be over here in the dashboard of the website. Am I clear, everybody? Simple, very simple. So now what did we learn? We learned how to book a domain name, how to buy a hosting space, and how to set up the WordPress website in the backend. Now, so our first two tasks are done. See, number 1 and number 2 is done. Now our third task is we need to plan our website. What all pages will be there, what all posts will be there, and then we will start creating those. So there's one more doubt by some student of ours. Just one second, I'll just read the question for you. I have a WordPress account for writing, but I don't know how to grow or use it properly. Uh, I'll surely answer your question. So let me complete the WordPress setup. So to grow and to use it properly, you will need to do SEO, you will need to do social media, you will have to do some kind of promotion activity. Just setting up the WordPress and keeping it is just like setting up a shop in the marketplace and not at all promoting it. So nobody is going to walk into your shop without any promotion. Promotion can also mean just putting a hoarding out there, but you need to put it right. So promotion is a must. Just developing the WordPress account will not get you anything. So how to do it, what to do it, I will talk at the end of the session. So please be stay tuned to us, stay tuned to this particular workshop today. Till the end, we will talk about it. Okay. And to use it properly, I'm going to give you the last tip, which will understand how and what the users are doing. Radhika, I'll tell you, this is a very good question. Radhika has asked, what if she's working in a team? Should she share the admin name and password? I usually do not do it. I usually do not do it. Whenever such admin name and password thing comes, what I do is, example, I have a person hired under me who is going to work on the website along with me. I generate a profile for that person. I'll teach you that. So I'll just add the 11th point, how to add a team member to the backend. And the best part of this is if you add a team member to the backend, then you will know what changes he has done and what changes you have done. Are you getting it? So in case of company, the tracking is very, very clear. So you need to add a team member. The way we add team member to the Facebook page and we give them the role of admin, editor, analyst, like that. So here also you can add a team member and you can give them a respective role. Okay, Radhika? Exactly, Vivek. Every WordPress website, not account, WordPress website. For example, I am developing the top10.com. So the top10.com will require promotions. Okay. The top10.com slash WP admin, it's a WordPress backend only for me. Only for me. It is not for the public at all. Okay. Now, coming back. So let us plan our website so that we can start developing our pages. So my plan of the website is very simple. So I call it website structure. Okay. We had developed it last time also, but I'm going to develop it fresh and show it to you again. So I want to have a home page. I do not want to have a blogger site because this is going to be, I want to make it a little bit of a magazine kind of. I don't want to make it like a blog site. Okay. I'll tell you how bloggers develop this structure. I'll tell you how I want to develop a structure. So there is a home page. There's going to be about, there is going to be contact us. Okay. And then there is going to be categories. Okay. So I don't want to develop blog kind of thing. I don't want to develop like this. I want to develop categories because in magazine, if you guys see, you have categories. Okay. For companies, you will see you have services. So you first have to create a service page. Okay. And you have to promote the service page. So the top 10 will also have a service. Okay. So let's say, for example, it has a service. So I'm going to call it a content consultation service. I'm just making it up so that you understand what is the difference between a service and the category page. And for blog, let me just write a blog to help you understand, and then later on I will help you how to create categories and put that as well. I'll put blog for now, and then I will show you subcategories. Subcategories means it should have sub pages. Something like that. Okay, that's my website structure. And under these categories, I need blog posts. Okay, so the blog post I want over here is so these are the two posts in these two categories I want to put. Of course, you can put as many posts as you want. So let me first develop this structure and show it to you, and then you will understand. And when you work on your website, plan your structure first. And I'm just planning the structure for the demonstration purpose right now. But when I plan the structure for any real deal business, the number one thing I do is research. I research how my competition's website is. I research various websites which are in my domain, related to my domain, how they're developing the website, how is the website structure. From there, I get amazing, beautiful ideas which I can, sorry, which I can adapt to my website. So never ever plan your website structure without research. So I usually take 1.5 to 3 hours to do the research if it is just a basic research. Otherwise, it can take about one day or 1.5 day if I have to do a thorough research and present to a client. Okay, so website structure has to be defined based on research only, and the research should be guided with the marketing mindset of understanding the products and service, understanding the target audience. You should not even do the research just blindfolded. You should first understand the target audience and then do the research. Okay, so this is a website I want to develop. So let me show you how I'm going to develop the pages. So I'm going to the dashboard right now. Then if you see in the left hand side, there's a menu in the black. It's a vertical menu. And there is an option called as pages. So I'm going to click on pages. Radhika, yes, they also have best seller, best, not seller option. Yeah, magazine best seller for the month. Yeah, latest edition wala hota hai. But I'm not developing this typical print edition kind of thing. I'm just developing it like a digital edition, kind of a block something. So I'm just showing you a demonstration of it. Maybe you can check it after a month. This website, it will be more of a ready thing than that time. Okay, because my team is just getting set up and then they will be doing this work. So maybe we will be getting that view of our first website after a month. So now I'm just doing a dummy setup for you and showing it to you. So I'm coming to my pages over here, and then see, already these pages are set up. For just for the sake of understanding, I'm going to delete all these pages. I'm going to mark it as bulk action, move to trash, so I can show you one by one how to develop a page. So all have gone to trash. Let's say apply. So everything is in trash now. And if you go to all, there is no page at all. So I'm going to develop the pages. So first I want to develop a about page, add new. How to enhance the page, I'll tell you. First I'll show you how to develop a basic page. I'll just close this, go all the other windows. Just give me a second. So this is the WordPress editor. This is not any other editor. This is WordPress editor. So I'm going to edit this and write about. Okay. I'm just going to write a small write up on that. So I'm just writing one line right now. Of course, we need to write more, but I'm just writing one line. Then I can save it to draft if I want to work on it for later, or I can just publish it. Okay. And anyways, whenever you want to publish it, before publishing, you just click on preview and see how it looks. Okay. Now to make it a little more beautiful, I can even add a image. So I'm going to search for an image, and here it is, image block. I can move this image block with these two arrow buttons, move up and down. So I'm moving this arrow I'm moving the image on the top and I'm uploading the image. But usually I do not work with the WordPress. I do not usually work with the WordPress backend. Okay. So I'm adding the image over here because WordPress editor gives me a limited setup and everything, so I don't work with it. So here is the image I've added already and the text. Then we can do a preview on desktop how it looks. Preview in the new tab. Always before publishing, check how it looks. Okay, now of course it doesn't look the fanciness the way we want it. Okay, but it is at least ready. So usually what I do is I use Elementor plugin. Remember last time I told you plugins can enhance your functional aspect of the website. Plugins can enhance your visual aspect of the website. So I usually use a plugin to develop the WordPress website. These are editor plugins, or it's called as website builder plugins. So I use Elementor as a plugin. Let me show you how to install them first. So I'm going to WordPress back just by clicking this W. I'm going to save this about in the draft. If you just exit, it anyways gets saved in the draft. Then I'm going to plugins over here. I'm going to click on add new. Now there are multiple website builder plugins. There is Elementor, there is Beaver Builder, there is DV, there are many out of there. So I'm just going to use Elementor. So search for Elementor and just search for it. And I have already installed and activated that. So you will observe that it's already there. So it's asking me to update it right now. So I'm not going to update it right now because it will take some amount of time. I don't want to spend my time there. So I'm going back because it's already installed. I'm just going back to about. Okay. I can even edit the page from here. If I remember in preview, I can even edit directly. Okay. Edit with Elementor option should also come here. Hold on. No, it's not coming. So I'm just going to click on edit page over here so that I can go to the about section backend. Then I'm clicking with edit with Elementor. So it'll take me to the Elementor interface. So that way the website development is pretty easy and fast and the website looks like the way you want it. Okay. So I don't want it like this. I'm just going to remove this section, but let me just copy the content, otherwise it'll take time. And I'm just going to delete this section. Okay. Now this is because of theme why it is coming like this. I'll tell you how to change the theme later. So with the Elementor, what you can do is you can click on this plus sign and create a section. So I'm just going to create the section of two. Okay, one also I can create, two also I can create. I have something in the mind, so I'm creating it of two. Or you can also create it like this, 1/3 and 2/3. So I want to let's try with this. Here I want to add the image options. I'm clicking on the plus sign. As soon as I click on the plus sign here, I'll get all these options over here. So I'm dragging this image and dropping it over here. I know it will be like for first time who are seeing Elementor, this will be too much for you guys. It's okay. We have the video recording. You can always check our YouTube channel. And with the help of whatever you're learning in this YouTube channel, you can implement on your own website. Okay. So I'm just clicking on this choose image and I'm uploading this image and insert media like this. So image is all set over here. I want to add the text out here. If you want a heading, you can give a small heading. And then you can also add a text editor. Then you can also click on these 9 dots, which is a menu again, and drag this text editor below here. Ensure the blue thing comes and then drop it. And I'm adding your content. So like that, you can develop website which will look little better than your other website, the way we were doing in the WordPress editor. Now, of course, you can change a lot of theme. You can change the whole setup over here. These are the you can click on this. You can change how the layout should look like, full width, should how much gap should be there, the whole alignment, the style. You can change the backend color, backend overlay. Okay, all these you can play with. You can put a border color. Hold on, let me change the background and show it to you. You can even add a slideshow, okay, to the section itself. So I'm right now just selecting one image. See, the whole section now has an image. Now I have done this layout, this section I have done full width, but the website also needs to be full width so that this all is covered. So let's see. First, let me preview and see how it looks right now. Of course, it's not a wise idea to put an image behind. I was just demonstrating that to you. But adding the image behind the section doesn't look good. You may have a light gray color or light beige color or something, but image doesn't look good. So I'm anyways removing this option image. Hold on. Okay. Now, let's see again how it looks. Click on preview. So this is how your website is looking like. Of course, if you add more content over here, it'll look much, much neater. Okay, you can also see whether in this settings, your website is a full width website. Your complete web page is a full width. So I went to settings, I went to page layout and just check whether it is full width. So I'm just putting element or full width and seeing how it looks. So it's a lot of to and fro you got to do with the designs to check whether your website is looking good, neat or not. So you got to do all these things. Let me check the preview again. Yeah, this is how it is going to look right now. If you're not happy, you want to go back to it, you can just change the layout. Simple. So this is how you develop a page, a single page. So I'm just going to publish this right now. So one page is ready, four to go. So I'm not going to go for every page and work on the details. I'm just going to create the pages. And when I want to show you the design aspect of it, then I will work further. First, let me develop the whole structure on the website. Okay. Then I will teach you in between some minor design techniques and minor improvisation techniques. So I'm going back to the website. So just click on these menu, then say exit to dashboard. Always remember URL slug. Can you see in the right hand side? I'm just hovering my mouse. There is something called as permalink. The permalink and whatever you want, the toptenor.com/about us. Then you got to go and do the changes here. Okay, this is called permalink. So this is how your page will look like. So the index.php is the setup error that we will have to remove. But you have to create something like this and then you're sorted. So I'm publishing this particular page. It's published already. Once it is published and you do any changes, you have to go and update it. Okay, again and again publish will not come. If you have published it once, then you do any changes to the existing page, then update, use a button you have to click to save it. Okay, so that's how you create an about page. Then let me show you how to create the remaining pages. So I'm going back to the WordPress site. Then I'm clicking on the plus add new again, here or here, both are same. The fun part is when you do it along with me. Okay, but I'm sure like this is a workshop, live workshop, so it's not possible to do along with me. But when you do it in the classrooms kind of environment, it is possible to do it along with us. So I'm just creating quickly the pages. So I created blog, I published it. I just ensured that the page link looks like what. Let me ensure how it looks. I'm pasting it over here. Okay, so it's looking like this. So I have to go to my backend on my cPanel, remove this index.php, which doesn't look good at all. So right now, I'm not going back to the cPanel. So one page is added, blog is added. I want to add home, about, contact us and service. So I'm going add new here. So let me add the pages and we will learn how to add the further details. And this is your contact us, publish. Then I'm going back to the site. If you guys have any question, any simple doubt, please ask me right away. Just put your comments in the comment section, or your questions, your doubts in the comment section. All the people who are watching us live, and all the people who are on Zoom, please go ahead and ask your doubts and questions in the chat box. Okay, so this is our home page. Okay, so I'm just writing home, publish, and then going back, and one more page is left, which is the service page. Hold on, it's loading. Let me just put off my video. Maybe the speed will increase. So, contact links, Vivek, do you mean the email addresses, social media, or what exactly do you mean by contact links? Can you please elaborate? Venkatesh, don't be in a dilemma, because it's we are starting everything from the beginning today. We have started everything from the beginning. So even if you have missed the class, this is a complete class in itself. So don't worry, you have missed nothing. Okay, just understand what we are doing right now. We are trying to develop a WordPress website, and of course, website is very useful thing for a business. Okay. All right, Vivek, I'll show you how to add the social links. Social links can be added in the. Yes, Venkatesh, you do get recorded sessions. Gurtej will announce it again and again in this in the break time, or after some time as well, that it is available on the YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Coming back to Vivek's question, social links can be added to your website in the footer section, or social links can be added to your contact section. Correct. So I will show you how to add it to the footer section, and after some time, I'll just show you how to add it to the contact us section also. Okay. So just hold on with the doubt, Vivek. Ask the doubt again in some time. Let me complete the page creation, because I want to show you how to create a menu, and I will come back to your doubt. Just give me some time. So I'm clicking on add new again, and I'm adding the service consultation service page. The details of the pages we will fill in some time. At least one page I will show you how to fill the details. First, I would like to show you the menu structure. This is my service, and publish. Okay, then I'm going back to the WordPress. So this is how I've created the pages. Now I need to create posts. We need to understand pages are different, posts are different. Why? Simple. Pages are your main web pages, like your home, your service sections, your about. All these are pages. Okay. But when you write a blog post, everybody knows what's a blog post. हर कंपनी की blog section होती है. Everybody knows what's a blog post. Anybody who doesn't know what's a blog? Companies do have blog, right? They write articles, they write casual content, they write about how, what is a success story, their startup story, all of these things. So there's a blog section. They also showcase their expertise in the blog section. So whenever you're writing blog articles, do not put it in the pages section. No, not at all. Never. Why? Because suppose Vivek is writing 15 blogs in a month. Okay, the all the 15 blogs should come in the blog section automatically with the latest first. Am I correct, everybody? That's how you want? Say yes in the chat box if that's how you want. That's how you want. If Vivek writes the 15 blog posts, then the latest one should come on the first in the blog section, and the second latest one, and the third latest one, like that. And Vivek should not manually go and set up all the posts in the blog section. It should all happen automatically. Do you all agree? ऐसी होना चाहिए. Okay, so for that, you need to ensure whenever you write a blog article, please go and post it over here. Do not post it in the pages section. I'm emphasizing on it because certain students do that kind of mistake. Okay, so I'm going to click on add new. Of course, the post section can also be edited using the Elementor editor. Okay, so I'm just going to do with edit with Elementor. I'm going to change the name of this. Let it edit. So meanwhile, I'll just pull up my article which I've written. Okay, and if you do not want these widgets, you can remove this. I'll show you how to do that as well. Just let me open my article. Okay, it's open. Now I'm just going to settings. I don't want the default setting. I want Elementor full width. Give it a second. It should change. Title of the blog. Okay, if it doesn't change, try Elementor canvas. And if it still doesn't change, I'll tell you what you got to do. Yeah, it's changed, but it is taking away my what do you call, the main header. It's taking away. So for that, if it doesn't happen, you just have to go back. If you do not want those right hand side things, you need to come over here and say no sidebar. Then you will not get the sidebar at all. You can use Elementor. If you do not want Elementor, it's okay. You can also use WordPress editor for a blog. That is very simple. So I'm just going to paste my folder title over here. Let me bring my title. Then I'm just going to copy the content. So this is my sorry, this is my blog post. Okay. Of course, we can make it more interesting by adding images. I want to push it on the top. So I'm just taking whatever image I have. Okay, so I'm just adding this image. If you think this image is too big or small, you can use canva.com to resize the image or any of the resizing online tool available, and you can you can add the image over here. But if you do this whole thing with Elementor, it will take a little time. We do not have that much time to edit and put all the things. What I would do as a designer is I would just make this the headline. I would have one image for the banner which should not be more than this much size. Okay, how do you measure those size? There is an option called as scale. Okay, there's a Chrome extension called as scale. Okay, I will just measure this pixel like this. There's a Chrome extension called as scale. I would take what is the size of this, and with exact size 1432 by 416, I would measure this, and I would create a Canva image first as a header image, and then I would put the first paragraph over there. And after the first paragraph, I would put the image, then the first point, then the image and the second point, then the image and then the third point. So with Elementor, it is pretty much possible to do it. Okay. So once I've added all these things, I'll just publish the particular article. You can even schedule the article. I'll show you how to schedule the post also. Suppose Vivek is not going to come tomorrow to office. Then how do you work? Okay, you cannot just like say, oh, I'm on holiday, I'm not going to write the blog post today. It's not going to happen like this. So what I will do is I'll just click on add new post again. And here, once I write everything, example, and when I click on publish, you see it gives me an option called as publish immediately. If I don't want to publish this immediately, I would just click on this, select the particular date I want, the time I want, and then schedule. So this way I can schedule the post. This way I can schedule the post. So not necessary I have to be, present when this particular post will go live. Is everybody getting this option? So what all did we learn? We learned how to create a page, we learned how to add a post, and we learned what is Elementor Builder. Any questions till this moment? Any questions till this moment? Okay, if you have any questions, then please do ask me in the chat box. I would be happy to answer all your questions. Okay, so you got to. I'm not going to schedule it right now. I'm just going to save it in draft. So this way you create pages, and this way you create blog posts on the WordPress website. Now, obviously, this is not going to ensure my website looks the way I want. So I need to check what is my website looking right now. So I'll go back to my pages. First of all, I need to understand which is my home page, whether it is assigned the front page status or not. So I don't think it is assigned the front page status. So for to assign which of the page will come when somebody types the top10.com, I need to assign the home page as the front page. So I'm going back to appearance. I'm going back to customize. In customize, I'm going to go to homepage settings. And here, instead of latest post coming on the home page like this, I don't want my latest post to come directly on the home page. If you want it, best. If you don't want it, don't do it like this. Then I will just go on a static page, select my home page option here, and all my posts should come in the blog section. And then ensure you remember to publish it. Okay. Now when you go to your website, if you go to the home page, see home page. If you go to the blog section, see the latest blog has come over here. If you click on this read more, you will be able to see the post. Am I clear so far, everybody? Hit a yes or a no in the chat box. That will really help me to understand we are connected. Are you guys understanding what we have done till now? So what did I do? I ensured all my blogs come in the blog section and my home page in the home section. Now let us talk about the menu. It's very important to create a menu. Okay, so how do I do it? Again, I can go to customize and create a menu, or I just can go to appearance and there is a menu section. I usually like to go through customize, so I'm clicking on customize. And then you need to click on menus. Okay, just hold on. I'll click on create new menu. I want this to be the primary menu. I'm naming this as the top 10. Ensure this is tick mark. If this is not tick mark, it will not take place the way we want it. then click on next. Okay, then add items to the menu. So I want the consultation section, the blog section, the about, and the contact us. Okay. Okay, and once we have done this, we will just click on publish. Always remember to click on publish. If you don't click on publish, it will not get published. See, now the menu is developed. Now click on publish. So what did we learn? We learned how to create a page. We learned how to create a blog section, blog post, and we learned how to create a menu. Okay, everybody. So before we go ahead, we will take a quick 2 minutes break, and then again we will start. Okay, Gurtej, we are taking a 2 minutes break. You can announce if you have anything to announce, and people
Yes,
can
ma'am.
take a quick break of two
Yeah.
minutes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you are liking the workshop so far, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the Board Infinity channel. And apart from this, every Sunday we are organizing a free workshop for all you all. Do share with your friends, colleagues, and connections. Just log into www.boardinfinity.com and click on the Knowledge Center tab. And after that, you can just click on the webinar and you get the content just for the free. If you think this content is really helping you all and it's informative, just share with everyone. And in these Sundays workshop, you'll be getting a certificate as well. Once the your workshop is completed, you'll get a certification for that as well. And apart from that, if you think you are stuck somewhere, you need a career guidance or one-on-one mentorship, or you're looking for some build your good career in the data science, full stack, digital marketing, just log into our website, check out the course content, check out the company visiting, the package the company are offering, fill up the form. Our counseling team will get in touch with you and it will be resolved within 24 hours. And I have already shared that certificate form. Just fill out your attendance there for the cross checking. That's all from my side, ma'am. You can continue now.
Okay, perfect. So guys, now we have learned, okay, so now we have learned how to create a page, how to create a post, how to create a menu. Let us go back to our checklist to finish our website so that we all are in the same tune. Okay, so look, we know how to buy a domain name, we know how to buy a hosting space, we know how to plan our website, we know how to create pages, we know how to create blog posts, and we know how to create a blog section. Now, what if you want to change the theme? Let me teach you how to do that. Okay, so to do that, let me just switch off my video because the internet connection is fluctuating. So to add themes or to buy themes, what do? So you can go to something called as Theme Forest if you want to buy a theme like this. And here you will get loads and loads of themes, what do you call, free, not free, the paid WordPress themes over here, based on which business you are working for, based on the kind of target audience you have, you can buy the theme. So click on WordPress, see there is education related themes, there is entertainment related theme, real estate, retail. So for whichever client you're working, there are ready-made themes out here. Okay, so you can just go here, select one of it, see the live preview, and if you like it, okay, you can just buy it. I think it was for about $29. Okay, and when you're buying this particular theme, what is the benefit of the theme? I'll tell you. All the pages that you're seeing right now, all these pages, the courses, the plans, the news, the home, everything you will get as it is saved in the draft section of your pages. Once it is saved in the draft section of the pages, all you got to go do is go and change the image, go and change the text. You don't have to think how will my design look, where will my layout be, everything. You don't have to think anything. All you got to do is go and change the image, go and change the content, and your website is all ready within 2 to 3 days. Okay, that is a benefit of buying a theme. Now, if you're like, I don't want to buy a theme, this is my startup project, then you can search for free WordPress themes. But the trouble with the free WordPress themes is they will only give you the set of font colors, they will only give you a certain level of functionality, but they will not give you the complete design in detail. You will have to design and develop everything from scratch the way we are developing. Okay, so sometimes they only give you the homepage design, sometimes they give you certain about page design. Apart from that, they don't give you anything. So I use Navy usually because it gives me a lot of flexibility to work. But Navy also doesn't give me any kind of design pages. It only gives me the font families and the color, basic layouts, that's it. Basic layout also of home, that's it, nothing else. So it's your choice and your budget whether you want to go for a paid theme or you don't want to go for a paid theme. Completely left up to you. Okay. But whenever you buy a theme or you download a free theme, remember it will be a zip file. It will be a zip file. And that zip file, you have to go to appearance, you have to go to themes. Do not unzip the file once you download it. Just upload the add theme, click on add new theme, upload the theme, choose the zip file as it is that the vendor has given to you and install it. It will automatically uninstall everything on WordPress itself, and all the pages that was present in the theme, you will be able to see all the pages over here in the draft section. And all you got to go is go and edit that particular page. Does it make sense to all of you how themes work? Please hit a yes in the chat box if you understood what is themes and how it works. Understood, everybody? Okay, perfect. So this is how you set up a theme. Now, what if you want to create, add a plugin? Now, first, let me tell you what are plugins again. Plugins are the small, useful, functional aspects that you can add to your website. Like example, duplicate this. Now, these pages are not available for duplicate ready-made. You need to add that plugin. So for that, you need to go to plugins, click on add new, and click on duplicate plugin. So when you add a duplicate plugin like this, okay, there's an option called as duplicate. Okay, click on this. Okay, and then you will get all the posts. You can just install now and activate. I've already installed and activated duplicate page. Hence, all the pages and posts I can duplicate. You will ask, why would I want to duplicate? Certain times you create multiple services pages, and the layout of each service page is almost the same. Only the images and content changes. So that time, instead of developing the whole web page from scratch, you can just use duplicate button. That's it. And your web page will be duplicated and you can change the content. Okay, so duplicate is used just to replicate the layout. Now you understand what's plugin, everybody? So that's plugins. So I'll show you one more fancy plugin. I have installed something called as Flipbox. Okay, it helps me to make my website a little interesting. I'll show you how. So I'm gone to Flipbox and I'm clicking on add new. Okay, and in add new I'm just going to write um, demo December Flipbox. Okay, and then I'm just going to say click on this title. I'm just writing for dummy purpose. Let's say if you want anything as a front description, you can add it. I'm just adding it front description dummy so you can differentiate. Okay, and then all of this is okay. Then I'm going to upload an image. So I'm just going to upload the image that I have right now. Okay, if you want to link that flipbox to URL, you can. I'm adding another flipbox. You'll understand in some time what is flipbox. Okay, once I've added all, I'm just adding three right now. Okay, I've added all these things. I want to show you how this flip boxes look like. Okay, so first of all, I have to publish this. So I'm publishing it. Then I'm copying this. This is called as a short code. Hold on. Just give me a second. The system is getting hang. Okay. So this is the short code for this flip box. I'm just going to copy this like this. Then I'll go to one of the page. I want to just show you how flip boxes work. So I'll just go to the about page, which was edited in Elementor. You can even add your team members like this. I'm editing with Elementor directly. Then I'm just adding a new section like this. Then going to these 9 dots, finding for short code, pulling and putting it over here, and here I'll just paste. Okay, don't worry, just click on apply. If it doesn't render immediately, and then click on preview and see if it's rendering or not. Can you see this? These are called flip boxes. Okay, and why the image is not coming, I'll tell you that as well. So I don't want skin color. I want this clear. I want to change the layout with image. Okay, update this. Update this. So once I refresh, you will see. You can create such fancy effects with lot of plugins out there, and your website will be ready. Okay, everybody, does that make sense? Is it interesting? The Flipbox plugin, like that, you can get slider plugins. You can create fancy sliders. You can create, fancy loaders for showing your skill sets and stuff. So you can create amazing websites using just WordPress and Elementor and certain plugins. Okay, so now you know what plugins are and how plugins can help you to increase and enhance your website. Now let us learn what is a plugin to use and enhance your SEO. So the most popular plugin available is Elementor, sorry, Yoast plugin. So I'll just show you how to install a Yoast plugin and what is the benefit of installing the Yoast plugin. So I'm going back to WordPress. Hold on, it's just loading. So I've already put the plugin. You just have to go to plugins, add new plugin, and find Yoast, Yoast. Okay. Once you find the Yoast plugin, okay, you just have to install and activate it. Once you install and activate it, then what will happen? You will get something like this. Now, your Google Search Console, which is a very important aspect of SEO, can be directly authorized from here. So you can authorize that here. Okay, verify your Google verification code of Google Search Console, and your website will start getting tracked. Okay, that is one thing. Next, what you can do is, one thing is this: Google Search Console needs to be verified so that you can see in Google Search Console how well your website is performing in terms of SEO. Now, how do you optimize your page? So I go to each of the pages. Let's say I'm going to just about page right now, edit. The way I'm showing it for the page, the same thing can also happen for the post. Okay. So I'm going here, scrolling down and see SEO. So what is the keyword that you want to focus on? Okay. Let's say I'm just focusing on top 10, for example. Okay. I just have to click on this. Then it tells you the score, how well you're doing in SEO or how bad you're doing in SEO. Okay. So I have to first see SEO. I'm doing really bad because, of course, I've not added any content right now. I have not added any title. So you can go and change your title. Then the section, then again the meta description. Of course, if you are learning SEO with us, you will understand this. If you have some knowledge of SEO, you will understand this. What is title? What is slug? What is meta description? It's very important part. Okay, so you have to add all these things. Once you add all of these things, okay, you also have to go and check in SEO analysis what's wrong. So it will tell you all this smartness. So why I like Yoast plugin is simple. It not only allows you to work on SEO front, but it is a very smart application. It also judges. It has an intelligent algorithm in the backend. The intelligent algorithm, it judges whether your website is doing a good job or not. Okay, the algorithm judges and tells you whether your website is doing good job or not. So it is very important that you guys install Yoast, and the paid part gives you more opportunities to work on, but the free part is good enough for the beginning level. Okay, so I hope you understood what is a Yoast plugin, everybody. Yoast plugin, did you understand that? Okay, say yes or no in the chat box. That will really help me to understand your uh, how at what speed I should be going. Also, I would also request all of you, if you have any questions, do ask us in the comment section, or if you have any questions, do put it in the chat box right now so that we'll be able to answer it immediately. So that's how you add a Yoast plugin for SEO. Now let us talk about the various tracking codes that you get from Facebook pixel code or the conversion tracking code from Google Ads. Then there is so many tracking codes you have to add. You can use Google Tag Manager. Once and all for all things will be sorted. If you do not want to use Google Tag Manager, you want to install each and every code yourself, then what you got to do is you just go to again plugins, okay, and click on add new. There are many plugins to help you with the tracking codes. The one code which I usually use is this: header footer code manager. Enter. Then install this and activate. Okay, once you have added the header for the code manager, you will see in the left hand side HFCM option. Click on this. An example, when you go to Google Analytics, it says add this to the head section. Or in the Pixel, it says add this to the head section. In whatever place, LinkedIn, it says add this to the body section, the tracking code. So that time you just have to click on the add new snippet over here. Write the snippet name. Let's say I'm typing this as LinkedIn Insight tag, which is a code which I need to paste on the website. Where do you want? Do you want all on all the pages of the website? Do you want it on the specific pages on the website? So you can select all this. I'm just writing site wide right now. If you want to exclude certain pages like about or contact us, you can do it. Okay, if you want to exclude certain posts, you can also do that. Then on what all devices this tracking code should be activated. All devices want the status as active, and just paste the code over here, whatever that huge code will be, and then click on save. You will be good to go. So this way you can add the tracking codes on your website, which is very, very important when you do digital marketing. Okay, so that completes our understanding how to use SEO, how to do SEO on the WordPress website, how to do your tracking codes on the website. Okay, now let's see how can you record. Now let's say you're like, boss is telling me our website improve karna chahiye, our bounce rate is high. You also know that somewhere our website is not doing great job. We really need to work hard on our website, but you do not understand how do you work hard. You don't have the actual customer insight, and you cannot, as a startup, or if you want to work alone, you cannot every time go and ask your friend or colleague, मेरे को website check करके बताओ. So what you can do is you can go to a website called as Inspect Let. Okay, if you go to Inspect Let, create your account over here, and the code will be given to you. That code you need to copy paste in the backend of your website. Backend means on your website. So the way I showed you, you can paste it in the HFCM option. Use this, add that particular Inspect Let code on your website. Once you have added the Inspect Let code on your website, this particular software will start recording how people are using your website, and it will show you like this. It has certain number of free sessions as well. You can try it out. See, it is showing how people are coming on a website, where exactly they are clicking, okay, what is their behavior, everything you will come to know. And this way you will understand where exactly they read, what exactly they do, and how they go away. Hence, you can improve your website. Helpful, guys? Is it helpful? What do you think? Did you understand what is the use of Inspect Let, everybody? Vivek, Harshita, Imali, guys, did you understand? Inspect Let का क्या use है? Okay, so Inspect Let is super useful when it comes to understanding how to design a website. There will be a lot of recordings. It will also tell you where this exact audience is coming from. Okay, which device and which location. So you can even debug it. If they say Chrome browser, see, Chrome browser screen size is this. So this way it will help you to understand that in Chrome browser, this is a bug which happens. Okay, make sense, everybody, how this works? Clear? Okay. So now since we have done this, we have completed 10 points. Now let us take Radhika's doubt and then Vivek's doubt. Radhika said, if we are working in team, how do I add my team members? I cannot develop the whole website alone. Very simple. There is an option called as users here in the extreme left hand side. Click on users, click on add new. Okay. And in the add new option, you can write the username. Example, I'm writing Radhika's name. Radhika. Okay, and email address of Radhika. No, I don't know email address of Radhika. So I'm just going to add my other email address. Then Radhika's first name. I don't know her second name. Where is Radhika? Okay, I'm just going to leave it blank, or I'll just put R over here or initial. Then you don't have to put website, create your password. You can add her as an author where she can only write post on a website, nothing else. You can add her as an editor where she can only edit the website and the content. And you can also add an administrator where she has a right to install plugin, delete plugin, change the theme. Okay, a lot of things she can do as an admin. Contributor, she can only come and uh, give some little aspect of the content. That's it. Subscriber is the one who will only come and subscribe to your blog post so that he can get the updates. SEO manager, he will only come and work on your Yoast and your content label, useful only for your SEO purpose. And SEO editor, okay, all the execution work of SEO. So like that, Radhika, you can give roles to your team members, and you will know who has done what kind of changes. This is a better way of working in team on WordPress rather than giving your login ID and password. So don't give your ID and password, just create their login ID and password. Okay, so that comes to our point number 11. Okay, so now Vivek had a question that how do I add the social media links? Okay, so let me go back for that to the customize section. One way to add is you just go to customize, go to your menu if you want to add it in the footer menu, Vivek. Okay, then in the footer section, hold on. This theme doesn't have, every theme has it. If some themes do not have, let me go to menu, create new menu, footer menu, footer, next. This is the footer menu and click on add items. And here you will go and add your social media post. So just check whether they have any social media post options first, and then you can create your own anyways. FAQ hai, tags hai, categories hai. I don't want this. So I'm just going to custom link, and I'm adding over here Facebook. Okay, I'm just showing you the basic one, and then I'll show you the image one also. Like that, you can add if you want. Usually, some themes have the social menu there. Let us check whether there is a secondary menu option in the secondary menu, whether we have add items. No. Certain menus have ready made of this, certain menus do not have it. So you can add something like this, and if you click, I'm putting it as a footer menu, publish. Mm, one second, why it is not coming? Let us just check. Certain themes will give you certain trouble. That time you can use plugin. So you can add a widget also from here. This theme doesn't have that. No problem. If nothing solves your problem here, then there's only one option, plugin. Okay, so you can go to plugins, add new plugin, and find an option to integrate social media. 。  . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . 。 . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
So,
So you can have your social media widget installed. This is if you want to add logins. I don't want to add login. So I'll just add this and you can activate it. So one way is this. The other way, in case you want to add it in the about section in the page itself, then you can create a small section, add these small icons of social media. First, let me see if I have a social icons. Yeah, I have it. Put your link of your web page of Facebook, Twitter, and then update. So Vivek, are you understanding how to do it? Like that you can add. समझ में आ रहा है विवेक आपको कैसे कर सकते हो? So this is an element or plugin of social icons. If you want, you can also use that kind of plugin I told you. That also can be used. All right. And then the last question that somebody asked us that I am creating my WordPress website, but how do I promote? Okay. So if you have your website and you have to promote it, it's very simple. You need to start from the fundamentals. First of all, create a website, make it ready. Second, create all your social network. Now depends whether you have money to promote a website or you do not have a budget for it. If you have a budget, great. Start analyzing where exactly your target audience is. Is the target audience on social media? Is the target audience on Google Display Network? Is the target audience on Google Search? Or do you have a database of target audience? Then you can accordingly promote them. Okay, that's how you can do. Number two, if you say, I do not have the budget, then start with social media. In fact, these days, Facebook groups are working amazingly well. Collaborate with influencers for barter or for giving away samples of your product or service. Okay, this way you will get some traction from the social media and influencers. And of course, not last but the least, take maximum advantage of SEO. If you integrate the right keywords in the content, if you promote the pages regularly on various sites like infographic sites, video sites, press releases, you do some collaboration with some associations, you will get a lot of backlinks. So when you do all your SEO activities, then also traffic will start flowing to your website. And this way you can promote your website as well. So just creating the website is not going to help you the extra mile that you want to achieve with WordPress website or any website for the sake. You need to first create the website and then you need to promote them. Okay. So obviously in digital marketing, it's a complete huge big course where we teach you how to promote your website, how to get brand awareness, achieve your sales, online conversions, and all of these things. So please do get in touch with our Board Infinity team. They will help you with our digital marketing course, wherein you can learn everything in detail about how to promote a WordPress website. So I hope this WordPress website workshop was very useful for you. I would request you to practice it as much as possible to get the hang of it. And of course, if you have any specific question or a query regarding the WordPress website, do comment it in on this video section or do DM us and we will get in touch with you. Okay. So thank you so much for being an amazing audience and I'll stay in touch with you. Okay, Gurtej, back to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the informative session. And dear participants, I hope that you like the complete webinar series of this WordPress and learn something informative out of it. If you like it, then don't forget to hit the like button. And if you think your friends will also get a benefit from it, then do share with your friend as well. And comment down below which workshop do you need in the upcoming Sundays and the next upcoming Sundays, right? And please do subscribe to the Board Infinity channel for the more webinars, workshops, and the informative videos like this. So thank you so much for being a lovely audience. And thank you so much, ma'am, once again for connecting with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.